Hello and welcome back to the Indie Skies YouTube channel, where today the forecast is looking golden because we're giving out some awards. It's been a great year for music. There's been so many good releases, so I wanted to celebrate that by giving out some awards. We're going to go through a bunch of categories, loosely grouped into genre, and we're going to crown the best song and the best album of the year from each category, one entry per artist. Of course, this is just my opinion, so I'm going to need you guys to let me know down below your favorite albums and your favorite songs of the year, what I got right, what I got wrong. Please like the video if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. Okay, first up, let's look at pop. And in most of these categories, I'll be casting a pretty wide net in terms of satellite genres. So here we'll be looking at indie pop, alt pop, chamber pop, dream pop, synth pop, you get the picture. Pop music is much more than just what you hear on the radio, and it's actually been a pretty great year for pop adjacent stuff. So let's hear the nominees for Pop Song of the Year, and after that, Pop Album of the Year.
The nominees for Best Pop Song of 2025 are Harvest Sky by OK Lou featuring Underscores, Chemicals by Horse Vision featuring Tiffy M, Move Like That by Darby, Baby Baby by Nourished by Time, You Sexua by FKA Twigs, Rifle by The Last Dinner Party, and Sage by Hatchie.
Okay, Pop Song of the Year for 2025 goes to Harvest Sky by OK Lou featuring Underscores. This song is a banger. This is very unique, epic sounding, trance-like dance pop tune. It feels kind of medieval. It makes me feel like I'm riding into battle when I'm listening to it. It's so euphoric. And there's a cool underscore features on the track as well, so shout out to her.
The nominees for Best Pop Album of 2025 are Choke Enough by OK Lou, Another Life by Horse Vision, Slugger by Darby, The Passionate Ones by Nourished by Time, Straight Line Was a Lie by The Beths, From the Pyre by The Last Dinner Party, and Licorice by Hatchie. Okay
then, let's hear the winner for Best Pop Album of the Year 2025. And the winner is OK Lou with Choke Enough. Okay, so it's a sweep for OK Lou, who I definitely haven't been calling a clue all year. This album is so much fun though, so tender and delicate in moments and dark in others, and it's quite a short album, so there's lots of replay value. OK Lou's vocals are pretty, and she's got a great ear for melody. The production is bubbly, hypnotic, nostalgic, and it makes me want to dance. Big fan of the two features on the album too, from Blade and Underscores. I think a few ideas could have been developed further, but that just means I'm expecting her next album to be even better. My favourite songs are ICT, Take Me By The Hand, Harvest Sky, and Blade Bird.
Take me by the hand, and the trouble goes unnamed.
Okay, so next we're going to look at folk/country music and everything adjacent. So alt country, indie folk, folktronica, Americana. Obviously, it's been a huge few years for this type of music. There's been a massive resurgence, so this was one of the hardest categories to pick. Lots of good stuff was left off the shortlist. But anyway, let's hear the nominees for Best Folk/Country Song and Album of 2025.
The nominees for Best Country/Folk Song of 2025 are Beam Me Up by Alex G, Trash Mountain 1 PM by Lily Seabird, Screaming Song by Alan Sparhawk with Trampled by Turtles, Incomprehensible by Big Thief, Lou Reed by Corey Hansen, Townies by Wednesday, and More Than Real by Richard Dawson featuring Sally Pilkington.
Okay, and the winner of Best Folk/Country Song of 2025 goes to Lily Seabird with Trash Mountain 1 PM. I haven't been able to stop listening to this song all year. It's got this kind of weary, meandering vibe. I love the beautiful harmonica coming in and out. Lily's voice is so unique with its drawl and twang, and I love her almost conversational tone here. It's low stakes, but it feels very comforting and familiar. There are more catchy songs this year, there are more technically impressive songs this year, but nothing has got under my skin quite like this song.
And kids are playing on Trash Mountain, where the wind blows everything.
The nominees for the Best Country/Folk Album of 2025 are End of the Middle by Richard Dawson, Headlights by Alex G, With Trampled by Turtles by Alan Sparhawk, Bleeds by Wednesday, All the Right Weaknesses by Brown Horse, I Love People by Corey Hansen, and Burn Over by Greg Freeman.
Okay, and the winner of the best folk/country album of the year goes to With Trampled by Turtles by Alan Sparhawk. I talked about this album in a previous video, which you should be able to find somewhere up there, but just to quickly recap, this is an incredible effort from Alan Sparhawk, who is a member of the legendary slowcore band Low. A lot of the songs on this album are a product of Alan's grief at losing his wife and fellow Low member Mimi Parker in 2022. The emotion here is tangible, and it's translated into a suite of moving folk/Americana tunes, thanks in part to the instrumentation of bluegrass group Trampled by Turtles. Strong choruses, emotive writing and instrumentation, this is a special album. My favourite songs are Stranger, Not Broken, and Screaming Song.
When you flew out the window and into the sunset.
Okay, next let's look at the rock category, and there's a pretty big variety in what qualifies here. I've considered everything, ranging from more straightforward indie rock to offshoots of punk rock like post-hardcore. So let's hear the nominees for Best Rock Song and Best Rock Album of 2025.
The nominees for Best Rock Song of 2025 are Olivia Lewis' Grand Delusion by Coma Cinema, Long Island City, Here I Come by Geese, Struggle with the Beast by Anna von Hauswolf, Bonnet of Pins by Matt Berninger, Heathen by The Armed, The Marvelous Orange Tree by Deaf Heaven, and Dead Forever by Venturing.
Okay, and the winner of the Best Rock Song of 2025 goes to Bonnet of Pins by Matt Berninger. This song from the frontman of The National is so damn good. It really is the perfect indie rock song, ticking basically every box. There's strong verses, a fantastic bridge, and a catchy chorus. The riff goes hard, the lyrics are a bit of an emotional gut punch, and Matt Berninger's vocals are as warm and as intimate as ever. It's as good as the very best stuff from The National.
The nominees for Best Rock Album of 2025 are Portrait of My Heart by Spelling, Ghost Holding by Venturing, Get Sunk by Matt Berninger, Ginkgo by Panchico, The Future is Here and Everything Needs to Be Destroyed by The Armed, Grand Delusion by Coma Cinema, and Getting Killed by Geese.
Time for the Best Rock Album of 2025, and it goes to Getting Killed by Geese. Geese are the it band of the moment, and while the discourse around them has become a little grating, I think they're a very talented bunch of musicians who deserve all the attention they're receiving. Frontman Cameron Winter's solo album Heavy Metal was my favourite album of last year, and honestly this album feels like more of the same to an extent, but not in a bad way. Cameron's voice is once again at the forefront, weaponising strained hysteria and warbled crooning. The writing is fantastic, the lyrics are poetic, cryptic, esoteric, full of vivid imagery. The band subvert traditional rock arrangements for the most part, or at least they build upon them. The production is layered, rickety, groovy, and bombastic. Some of the best songs of the year are on here, but my favourites were 100 Horses, Bow Down, Taxes, and Long Island City, Here I Come. Okay, now let's talk about alternative music. Basically, this is the category for stuff that didn't fit neatly into another category. This is the more unconventional, experimental stuff, the stuff that plays with genre a bit. And it was a very strong field this year. I really struggled to pick my winners, but let's see what I landed on for the Best Alternative Song and Best Alternative Album of 2025.
The nominees for Best Alternative Song of 2025 are Poppy by Model Actress, Tell Me I Never Knew That by Caroline, featuring Caroline Polachek, Angel by Candelabro, Monday by Quadeca, For the Cold Country by Black Country New Road, I Punched Through the Wall by Quickly Quickly, and Long Walk Home, You Exist in My Frozen Memories Forever by Miffle.
The Best Alternative Song of 2025 goes to I Punched Through the Wall by Quickly Quickly. This song is great. It starts as this jaunty, minimal, delicate folk tune, has a nice catchy chorus, and then about 3/4 of the way through, it erupts into this super crunchy noise pop. The drums kick in, the vocals get buried in the mix. It's such a sick payoff for the sparse beauty of the rest of the song, and I never get tired of hearing how it devolves.
The nominees for Best Alternative Album of 2025 are Pirouette by Model Actress, Caroline 2 by Caroline, Racing Mount Pleasant by Racing Mount Pleasant, Deseo Carne y Voluntad by Candelabro, Goodbye World by Miffle, Vanisher Horizon Scraper by Quadeca, and I Heard That Noise by Quickly Quickly.
Okay, now let's talk about the alternative album of the year, which is Caroline 2 by Caroline. This is another album I've talked about in a previous video, so I'll try and keep it brief. This album is symphonic, expressive, bold, and mesmerizing. It's just the right mix of soothing and abrasive. The songs wax and wane, they tempt you, they surprise you. The album is awash with unconventional, overlapping arrangements and unexpected moments. The production can go from tender and minimal to lush and visceral at a moment's notice. The vocals are great too. I love the scattering of vocal processing throughout the album. Every song is good, but my favourites are Total Euphoria, Song 2, Tell Me I Never Knew That, and You Are Only Your Aching. Okay, let's talk about hip hop. And I think it's been a pretty good year for the genre. It was tough to whittle it down to just 7 songs and 7 albums. Some big names got left off my shortlist, but I've tried to be true to what I was really bumping this year. So let's hear the nominees.
The nominees for Best Hip Hop / Rap Song of 2025 are Ensalada by Freddie Gibbs featuring Anderson .Paak, Father by Jim Legacy, So Be It by Clipse, Tourmaline by Earl Sweatshirt, Starburst by Danny Brown, Orchids by Navy Blue, and Funny Papers by Mac Miller.
Okay, and the winner of Best Hip Hop Song of the Year is Earl Sweatshirt with Tourmaline. Earl has been my favourite rapper for pretty much 15 years at this point, and it's great to see him happy and thriving. You wouldn't have got a song like this 10 years ago. The track is warm and hopeful, focusing on healing and finding love and support in a partner. The cozy soundscape really seems to enfold Earl's trademark weary delivery. It's much more melodic than what we've come to expect from Earl, and I hope it's a direction he continues to explore in the future. The chorus is soothing, the verse is fire, and the post-chorus refrain of both my ears ringing with your love is beautiful.
Last time I'm finna be out, I thought I told you geek down, trouble follow me around.
The nominees for Best Hip Hop / Rap Album of 2025 are Balloonerism by Mac Miller, Black British Music 2025 by Jim Legacy, Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clipse, Live Laugh Love by Earl Sweatshirt, Carving the Stone by For Those I Love, The Sword and the Soaring by Navy Blue, and Magic Alive by McKinley Dixon.
Okay, it's a big one. Hip Hop Album of the Year goes to Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clipse. And in the end, what else could it be? I've been a Clipse guy for a minute because I share a surname with Push and Malice, so I was excited for this album, especially given how long Malice had been away from music for and how good his verse was on Pusha T's 2022 album, It's Almost Dry. And then the rollout built a ton of hype for this album too. But yeah, there's not much I can add to what's already been said about this album. Pharrell did his things with the beats, some of the sample flips are crazy, the features all delivered, especially Kendrick and Tyler, but really it's all about Pusha and Malice. The rapping is technically excellent, their delivery and presence is so menacing and visceral, and they both have some really clever bars throughout the tracklist, which has no bad songs. Also, Malice is 53, Pusha is 48, it's crazy. My favourite songs are Chains and Whips, So Be It, Ace Trumpets, and FICO.
It ain't no secret, so be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it.
Okay, last category, let's talk about emo music. I know emo fans can be a bit particular about what is and what isn't considered emo, but I'm being pretty lenient. This isn't all Midwest emo, I've considered pop punk, screamo, anything emo adjacent. So let's hear the nominees for Emo Song of the Year and Emo Album of the Year.
The nominees for Best Emo Song of 2025 are Lines by First Day Back, Kerwin by University, Model Train Town by PT USA, It Smells Like Fudge Acts in Here by Hot Mulligan, Hawk by Algernon Cadwallader, Pinhole Blanket Sun by Ginger Bee, and Carpe Diem Avim by Key vs. Lockett.
Okay, emo song of the year goes to Ginger Bee with Pinhole Blanket Sun. This is probably my most listened to song of the year. I think it's incredible. It's a real journey. It starts with some really pretty, whimsical chamber pop and explodes into this bombastic, sticky screamo chorus. It's such a jarring change, but they pull it off so well. We get another sugary verse, another explosive chorus, and then the song ends with this strange, distorted, bit pop synth line that sounds like something out of a Nintendo game.
The nominees for the Best Emo Album of 2025 are Hornet Disaster by Weather Day, McCartney, It'll Be Okay by University, The Yips by PTUSA, The Sound a Body Makes When It's Still by Hot Mulligan, Apiary by Ginger Bee, Forward by First Day Back, and I Felt Like a Sketch by Key vs. Lockett.
Okay, and the final category for today, the emo album of the year goes to PTUSA with The Yips. This was a tough choice. I really love that Ginger Bee album, but it's only 22 minutes long, and from the first time I heard it, this PD album hasn't left my rotation. This album was produced by Chris Waller of Death Cab for Cutie fame, and you can really hear that influence in places. The production is tight, it's polished, which I didn't mind. It's a perfect backdrop for these massive hooks that PD is able to write, and I felt it made the album's grittier moments hit harder. The main drawcard though is PD's candid, raw lyrical style. It can be weirdly relatable, specific, poignant, and it's equal parts funny and sad. My favourite songs were Ask Someone Else, Model Train Town, The Milkman, and As Two People Drift Apart. Okay, there we go. Those were the best albums and the best songs from every genre in 2025. Of course, I did miss a few genres, so I'm going to need you guys to help me out in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of my picks as well. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.